I'm here at PRSA International Conference with Mike Cherenson, the upcoming president of PRSA. Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
Great. I have a couple questions for you just for the membership and for actually non-members as well. What do you see as PRSA's role in promoting the profession throughout the United States?
Well,
And
obviously,
other countries too,
and the
I guess.
world,
Yeah, in the
exactly.
world.
Obviously, PRSA is I think the world's largest organization, but that's not what makes us important or special. What makes us special is the fact that we have 22,000 professional communicators and 10,000 students. And I think the opportunity we haven't truly realized is how do we unleash these 22,000 people to be advocates for the profession. I think much of our advocacy effort has come from our 33 Maiden Lane, our corporate headquarters. And we'll continue to speak out and continue to be advocates. And we've got some plans for what we're calling the Case for Public Relations. It's a multi-year, multi-level campaign to make the case, to continue to make the case for public relations. And that's important and that's good and I'm proud of that. But I think also is how do we unleash the power of our 22,000 other members. That's really what we haven't tapped into. That's what makes PRSA powerful. And I think our commitment to utilize social media. I mean, we're here at the conference. Bob Lutz just gave a great presentation. And throughout this, I was Twittering throughout. And in fact, we just saw that on Twitter, PRSA was higher ranked than Halloween, and we're only days away from Halloween. So our members are talking about these things and providing them with the tools and the know-how to go out and spread the word. And so that's a huge opportunity that we need to realize we need to empower our members. The other thing is that part of the advocacy campaign, people often look to what we say and not what we do. And I think with each one of us, our professional development is part of that advocacy campaign. We advocate for the profession when we're knowledgeable, because knowledge is power. That each one of us has the answer that the clients and the CEOs are looking for. We advocate for the profession. And I think too often people look towards the statements we make and what we put out on Business Wire or PR Newswire. Yes, those are important. We'll continue those. But it's what we do every day with the people we interact with. That's what advocacy is all about. And so I think bottom line is how do we reframe the advocacy? How do we amplify our voice? How do we strengthen our antenna? And how do we utilize our 22,000 members and our 10,000 students as part of this campaign? So that's what I'm looking forward to.
And advocacy goes beyond rah-rah. It also goes to policing the profession. Is that not correct?
Well, I think our commitment to ethics and how do we educate people more about our code of ethics? How do we utilize our code of ethics? How do we weave our code into our everyday life? And I think that's an important thing too, because that's what separates. I think to be persuasive, we need to be credible. To be credible, we need to be truthful. And I think that commitment to truth and credibility and all that it's tied and its sister ethics and all those things are linked together. So I think one of the and our members tell us, by the way, our code of ethics is one of the things they love about PRSA. So we need to strengthen our voice in those issues. And we're going to come out with new professional standards advisories. We're launching a leadership blog, and we're looking to BEPS to provide some comments on that blog and to talk about ethics on that blog. So we're going to be amplifying our voice in ethical issues as well.
And also along that line, there's been some talk also about licensing, and do we police this a little bit more closely, or do we advocate for that? I know we're not anywhere near a decision on that, but what is your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it'd be very tough to license a profession. We are a First Amendment profession. And, how would it be state by state, and how would you do it? But, no matter what we decide to do 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, education is essential. No matter what we decide to do, we need professional standards so people know, how do I engage a blogger? What are proper billing procedures? How do I put out a viral video that's ethical, yet fun and interesting, and people want to pass it? How do I do it while staying true to the code and staying true to what we're about? And so we need to continue to pump these standards advisories out to help people and to provide guidance. I often equate the code of ethics as a lighthouse. It's the beacon. And yeah, most of the time you don't need it, but when all of a sudden things get a little cloudy and murky and you're not sure where to go, you need that bright light to help guide you in. And the more information we provide, the more guidance we provide our members in the profession, I think the better off we're all going to be.
And one last question: what do you see are the essential skills of the current profession? I mean, what are the essential skills that people need to have? The students coming out of school, the current professionals, including senior practitioners. What do you see are some of the most basic things that we're going to need over the next 5 years?
Well, obviously, just and Bob mentioned it today in his presentation about just the commitment to communicate, build connections, and educate. I think having that, I think he called that missionary passion, that that desire, the missionary desire to do to connect, to influence, to educate. I think you need to have it inside. Strong writing was another thing he mentioned. I think and strong verbal skills, but also understanding technology. And I think people come first, technology comes second. I think technology is a great tool to help us connect with people, and we need to understand how to use the whole toolbox. But understanding people, research. We've heard a lot about research today, and understanding the needs, wants, and fears of the people we're trying to connect with. And so, while I think many of it is I'm a second generation counselor, and many of it's the same skill sets my father brought to the profession. It's about people, connecting with people, but also recognizing how can we use new technology, new tools to connect, to build bridges, to use these other folks to empower others. So I
So
think
in large part, the stuff we've been doing for centuries.
exactly, it's the same stuff. It's been said that the first public relations person was Moses told God that he stuttered and he wasn't a good spokesperson, and he said, have Aaron speak for you. So it's been around since biblical times, our profession, and it's still important to have people that are good communicators, that can reach out, that can build bridges, that can connect with others. So
Thanks a lot, Mike.
okay, thanks.